home of last week's Major League All-Star game. Cincinnati, we're set for Cubs baseball on Comcast Sportsnet. Cubs and Reds from Great American Ballpark. It's the first of a 4-game, 3-day NL Central Series. Great to have you with us, Jim DeShays and Len Casper. The Cubs have won 7 of the first 9 in this season set, and the theme lately here in our opens has been Cubs starting pitching, and again tonight.
Yeah, the starters were brilliant in the series in Atlanta, in which the Cubs won 2 out of 3. They've been really good all year long. League average for a National League starting pitcher is 3.94. So check out the bottom line. You see all these guys at least half a run better than league average. In the case of Hamill and Arrieta, way better than league average. So rock solid top 4. 5th spot's been a little bit of an issue, as it is for just about every team in baseball. The combination of Wood, Wada, Roach, and Richard have gone 4-4 through 16 starts with a 4.85 ERA. So if you're looking to make a push for the postseason, you're probably looking to upgrade that spot.
Yeah, Clayton Richard will make his second start for the Cubs tonight. Right-hander Michael Lorenzen for the Reds. So now let's move to the bullpen and some reinforcements as Rafael Soriano, the veteran right-hander, joins this group.
As Soriano with a great track record, a proven closer. Right now he'll be worked in 7th, 8th inning, but I would not be surprised to see him ultimately get some save chances as you look at a very impressive resume. 207 career saves in 13 major league seasons.
Edwin Jackson designated for assignment, and certainly we wish him the best. And for the Reds, they're 9 games under, and some veteran guys could be on the move here the next few days. It's the Cubs and the Reds coming up from Cincy next.
Cubs baseball on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you in part by your Chicago area and Northwest Indiana Lexus dealer, who invites you to test drive a Lexus today. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois, through it all. AT&T Uverse. Find out what's possible with AT&T. Call 1-800-PIC-ATT, mobilizing your world. Ford. Check out America's freshest lineup at your local Ford store or at localfordstores.com. And by Southwest Airlines. Book your low fare now at southwest.com.
And now, Feldco's biggest sale. Get free installation on all windows, siding, and doors with no money down, no interest, and no payments for 1 year.
Hurry, Feldco's free installation ends soon. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feld.
And here we go, folks.
It's your favorite hot dog bun, mustard, and overpriced watered-down beer.
Are you sure you want to eat all that? Because you already weigh more than your team's batting average.
Let's just toast to our anniversary. Oh no, it's corked.
Let's just watch the game. I tweeted all of your friends to come over, but I guess no one showed up, just like at Mobile Phone Park.
That's okay. I invited one of your friends too.
There's a long drive and it's out of here.
Give a real anniversary gift this year. Escape to the Champagne Lodge in Willowbrook, just 25 minutes southwest of Chicago.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Hi, I'm David Kaplan, back in our Comcast Sportsnet studios. Get you back out to Cincinnati for first pitch in just a moment. After taking 2 of 3 in Atlanta, Cubs headed tonight's action 1 game ahead of the Giants for the second wildcard spot, 3.5 games behind the first NL wildcard team, division rival Pittsburgh. But a wildcard bid is not the goal Cubs manager Joe Maddon has in mind.
Our goal is to win the division. I mean, I don't want us to shy away from that. I want us to think any differently than that. I mean, like I said, the threat is if you don't do that, you might hit your mark, and that may be considerably short of even getting into the playoffs. So I want us to play like we're going for the division. And then if the playoff, if the wild card occurs, great, but I don't want us to just aim for a wild card slot.
Final round of the Open Championship at St. Andrews today. Earlier, Zach Johnson at 18. This to go into the clubhouse at 15 under. He drains a long putt. Jordan Spieth, who was going for his 3rd straight major, needed to make this long birdie putt on 18 to force a playoff. It just misses. Quest for the Grand Slam comes to an end. 2010 Open champ Louis Oosthuizen has this short putt on 18 to force a playoff. He makes it. Oosthuizen, Johnson, Mark Leishman would play 4 extra holes. 1, 2, 17, 18. Johnson would birdie the first 2 of those holes. 39-year-old native of Cedar Rapids, Iowa, wins the Claret Jug. That goes on to his second major victory. All right, we'll have more reaction from St. Andrews later tonight on Sportsnet Central with Pat and Mark. Be sure to stick around after the final out as Todd Hollinsworth will join me on the post-game show. Stay tuned. Cubs and the Redlegs are next here on Comcast Sportsnet.
Great news. The best internet offer of the year is back. Get Xfinity Internet for just $14.99 a month for 12 months. But don't wait. This offer is only back for a short time. AT&T Uverse can't give you the speed Xfinity does. Call 1-800-XFINITY to get started for as low as $14.99 a month for 12 months. Or ask how to get even more speed with Blast. Now with 50% more speed. Call 1-800-XFINITY today.
Jeffy1016 posted, "Worked hard, promotion, time to play hard. Hashtag upgrade my car."
Congrats, Jeffy. Now's the time to hit the Honda Summer Clearance event. You can get a great deal on the Honda Accord from KBB.com's best overall brand. With rear view camera and text message reader standard, it's the perfect upgrade.
Awesome.
Please stop.
Hurry in to the Honda Summer Clearance event for a great deal on your new Honda.
Kate!
Mom! Dad!
She can't go alone.
Give me your hand!
That was close.
We know you live and die with your Cubs, and that's why visiting CSN Chicago's Cubs page is the best move you can make to get your North Side baseball fix. Insider Patrick Mooney charges into the clubhouse to chase down the biggest team and player news. Who's coming, who's going, and who's ready to break out next. Then, during the game, plug into the Cubs Pulse page and score big with team intel, stats, streaming video, and social media buzz. Or connect with other diehards by using the hashtag Cubs Talk. Visit our Cubs page today at csnchicago.com.
Welcome back. If tonight's Cubs leadoff man gets a hit, Vinny's Beverage Depot will donate $100 to Make-A-Wish, Illinois. And we'd like to welcome all our viewers watching on Diverse Communications in Woodhall, Illinois. Cubs and the Reds. They've been standing there all day. I would say frozen, but it's hot here in Cincinnati. And the Cubs Southwest starting lineup looks like this. Dexter Fowler in the leadoff spot. Kyle Schwarber from nearby Middletown, Ohio, will catch and hit second. Bryant, Rizzo, the All-Stars. They were here in Cincinnati last week, along with Schwarber, who played in the Futures game. Soler homered yesterday in Atlanta. Good numbers for Chris Coughlin in this ballpark. Starlin Castro's first career home run was here. Richard, the pitcher, and Russell, the second baseman, rounded out.
Cincinnati Reds defensively, pretty solid group. Outfield of Bird, Hamilton, and Bruce. Hamilton, the speedster, out there in center. Brandon Phillips, second baseman. You know all about him. He's really good. He's won 4 Gold Gloves. Eugenio Suarez, you might not know much about him. He's taken over as the everyday shortstop with Zach Cozart done for the year, and he's played well. Frazier at third, Votto at first. Tucker Barnhart is behind the plate, and the Alexis Pursuing Perfection starting pitcher for the Cincinnati Ball Club here tonight is a youngster, 23-year-old right-hander Michael Lorenzen. We saw him back in June at Wrigley Field. For the year, he's 3-4 with a 3.53. Earned run average, 12 starts, and a couple times out of the bullpen.
Paul Schreiber will be the home plate umpire. The crew chief is Fieldon Culbreth at first, Jim Reynolds at second, and Manny Gonzalez over third. Night games tonight, tomorrow, day-night makeup doubleheader on Wednesday, and then the Cubs will head home. They'll be off on Thursday. before starting a weekend set against the Phillies Friday afternoon.
Cubs coming off that series win in Atlanta. The starting pitching led the way. Hendricks, Lester, Arrieta, all outstanding. And now see if we can do a little damage with the bats here in the Great American Ballpark.
Here we go. And the first pitch is a strike called on Fowler.
This kid just 23 years of age, as I mentioned, 6'3", $180. Supplemental pick after the first round in 2013. Number 38 overall. He's got a good arm. He'll max out at 97 with the fastball. Sit comfortably 93, 94. There's a slider, change, and a curve.
Off the outside corner. 85 degrees. Wind does not appear to be much of a factor as we get started. Sinker at 95 off the plate.
Yeah, a couple things about Lorenzen when you look a little deeper into the numbers. Too many walks. He's got a high walk rate. Does not strike out many guys despite strikeout stuff.
That ball will get past a diving Suarez and into center. So Dexter Fowler helping out Make-A-Wish, Illinois, courtesy of Binny's Beverage Depot. Now he's reached in 11 of his last 19 plate appearances.
Yep, showing very positive signs of late. Such an important part of the Cubs lineup. Good swing by Fowler as he got on top of that high one. So and to finish the point on Lorenzen. So too many walks. He's allowed 12 home runs in 71 innings. That's a big number. And lefties have worn him out. They have an OPS over 1,000 against them, a batting average of .314.
Kyle Schwarber making his second start at the catcher position, 7th overall. Had some DH at bats in June. And in this very ballpark last week, he tripled, threw out a base stealer, and was the Futures Game MVP.
So you know there's a whole bunch of Schwarbers in the ballpark here tonight. Schwarber family and friends.
He's from Middletown, Ohio. It's about 45 minutes north of here. He grew up a Reds fan. And on to Indiana University. Cubs grabbed him in the first round last year. That one fouled back. 1 ball, 1 strike. 3 hits on Friday in his return to the big leagues.
Slated to catch 3 of the 4 games in this series.
Otto holding on Fowler. Long pause by Lorenzen before the pitch, and a line shot, base hit to right. Kyle Schwarber owns that hit tool.
Yeah, he does. And the thing about it is he's earned a reputation of having good power the other way. So we've seen some pitchers try to crowd him. Now that fastball leaks back out over the plate. But he has shown the ability to turn on velocity inside.
And he is just scratching the surface. 22 years old.
If there's a hole in his swing, nobody's been able to find it yet.
Now Chris Bryant. Great chance here. 2 on, nobody out. Just getting started. Could be 2. 6, 4. That's it. Schwarber with an aggressive slide, so Phillips was unable to get much on that throw, and we know Bryant runs well, and that could be big. Instead of a runner at third, 2 outs. First and third, only 1 out.
Yeah, and Phillips didn't seem to play this with a whole sense of urgency here at second base. He steps back to try to avoid the contact. It takes a little while to get that ball into his throwing hand.
That'll bring up Anthony Rizzo. Frazier even with a bag and off the line at third. Suarez playing right up the middle. And Phillips to the pull side, trying to cut off that hole toward right.
Yeah, I like this look. We'll see how it plays out, but I like, Rizzo moved down in the cleanup spot. Sometimes he'll be third. Joe continues to go with the pitcher in the 8-hole. And he liked Russell 9, and he thought with the lineup turning over would provide more opportunities.
This should get Fowler in no problem. Deep drive to center, caught by Hamilton. Bryant tagging as well, and he's safe. And I think Fowler would have scored anyway, but kind of close. 1-0 Cubs.
You got to be careful. That's a high-risk play if you get thrown out there at second base before that run comes home. All's well that ends well. Good read of the ball. He knows it's going to be caught if it stays in the ballpark. So if Brian goes back to tag, and Fowler, the other thing too, the runner on third has to assume or not assume that there won't be a play at second base. You got to make sure you come hard down that third baseline. Hamilton known for his speed, but he's got a really good arm too.
The former shortstop playing center. That one really handcuffed Barnhart on a cross up.
Oh man. Extra points for hanging on to that. Dude, I thought we were going with this first sign after a 2.
The thing is, it could have been called a strike.
Expecting a breaking ball and you get 95. But anyway, the Rizzo, I think, we talk a lot about pitchers being vulnerable in the first inning. So this way you've got that, if you've got some on-base guys at the top, you could strike early.
Yep. And the RBI for Anthony, his 51st on the season, so that ties Chris Bryant for the team lead. Soler homered yesterday, his 5th of the season. And remember, he went deep to left center in this ballpark in his first career plate appearance off Madelitos last year on August 27th. This is a good home run ballpark.
It'd be good to see him get on a roll, start to drive the ball. And Shelby Miller pitching for Atlanta yesterday, the All-Star. 95-mile-an-hour heater, and Soler goes straight away center field.
Our Xfinity high-speed action as he bounces one foul at the plate. 2-2. See Lorenzen already working up a good sweat. Fullerton, California native. Debuted at the big league level earlier this season. Just missed outside. Lorenzen a 6-3 loss at Wrigley Field on June 11th. Could not get out of the 5th inning.
Fowler and Montero hit home runs off of him in that ball game.
He had to make 95 pitches in 4 1/3 innings. Cubs winning 2 of 3 in Atlanta. 49 up, 41 down. Reds dropped their last 2 to Cleveland. 40 up, 49 down. Called strike 3 to end the first. But the Cubs score, and it's 1-0 with the Reds coming up.
Need an oil change? At CarX Tire and Auto, full-service oil changes are just $19.99.
It's a golden opportunity to discover the leading-edge connectivity of the Lexus ES. With available technology to help you find just what you're looking for. Come in to the Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event, where you'll find some of the best offers of the year on our most luxurious models. Lease the 2015 ES350 for $349 a month for 36 months, and we'll make your first month's payment. See your Lexus dealer.
I love shopping at Binny's Beverage Depot. Where else am I going to find almost 9,000 wines like Chateauneuf du Papa, Chansonnier, Montrachet, and Gabardougat d'Italia? I screwed up at the end. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
While you're watching this, I'm hacking your company. Grabbing your data, stealing your customers' secrets. There's an army of us, relentlessly unpicking your patchwork of security. Think you'll spot us? You haven't so far.
The next wave of the internet requires the next wave of security. We're ready. Are you?
My father, Lance Corporal Eric Myers, taught me that to be a great team player, you need discipline and integrity. He's been one true hero in my life. USA salutes all our military service members and their families. Thank you for your service.
Let's get the Red Southwest starting lineup, ranking 12th in the National League in runs, second in homers, however. Phillips, Votto, Frazier, and Bruce, 1 through 4. Marlon Byrd, the ex-Cub, in left, batting 5th. Suarez has been hot as of late. Tucker Barnhart gets the start back of the plate. Yeah, they bat their pitcher 8th, too. That's Lorenzen. He can swing it a little bit. Billy Hamilton leading the majors with 45 steals.
Well, let's see who's doing what for the Cubs here tonight. Coughlin, Fowler, Soler, left, center, right. Brian Castro, Russell, Rizzo, third to first. Kyle Schwarber, the starting assignment behind the plate. Lexus pursuing perfection starting pitcher, the veteran left-hander Clayton Richard. 1 start, once out of the bullpen. So far for the Cubs with mixed results. The start was good. Came out of the pen behind Jason Hamill in St. Louis after tweaked his hamstring. I guess that was at Wrigley. That one did not go so well.
Phillips with a 2-hopper to the shortstop Castro, and he gets him.
Clayton throws a lot of 2-seam fastballs. When he's on his game, he'll get a lot of ground balls. So there are the numbers. 1 start, 1 relief appearance, a 5.79 ERA. He's allowed 15 hits, 4 walks, and 5 strikeouts. He's never been a big strikeout pitcher. Fastball, upper 80s for the most part. Slider, cutter, and a change.
Facing Joey Votto, and he bounces foul. Phillips came in 5 hits his last 2 games. Votto back-to-back 3-hit performances on Saturday and Sunday, and putting up some big numbers after an injury-plagued 2014. That's a strike.
Yeah, this club the last 2 years, they've dealt with a lot of really significant injuries, not just bumps and bruises, but Votto's legs were taken out of him for most of last year. Jay Bruce had similar issues. And this year it's Mesoraco and Cozart done for the year. Homer Bailey's done for the year.
1-2. So Schwarber catching Richard for the first time. There's Brian Price, the Reds manager, and it could be a revolving door here in terms of the 25-man roster, as the Reds, it is very well known, are in definite sell mode. Votto choking up on the bat and takes that pitch inside. There's Homer Bailey. He's not going anywhere. Would not expect Votto or Phillips to be moved, but a lot of other guys on that list. Todd Frazier is kind of the one untouchable. (0-2 to 3-2 with Frazier on deck.
Votto seems a little more spread out, a little more crouchy here tonight.
Rizzo will flip to Richard, covering the bag.
Might be a lefty thing, might have been a 2-strike thing.
Good hand for Todd Frazier. When hitless in the series against Cleveland, actually was not in their lineup yesterday because he had such a busy all-star week. Brian Price wanted to give him a breather. He won the home run derby. Started at third for the National League on Tuesday. And he hits this one a ton. Gone. How about that? A line shot rocket for Todd Frazier. we've seen all year.
That's pretty impressive to hit a ball on that trajectory that far to that part of the ballpark. Sometimes you see a guy pull a line drive over the wall. And this time he's shooting that ball towards right center field. It's just a great finish. Real strong. Watch the hands.
A Ford home run replay. Maybe put better the shortest hang time of any home run we've seen. Outside on Jay Bruce, 2-0. Bruce got off to a terrible start after a pretty awful year last year, but since mid-May, he's been terrific, hitting over 300 his last 53 games with an OPS in the 900s.
Among the league leaders in many categories since mid-May, and really lighting it up here in the month of July. His name has been mentioned as somebody the Reds might move. With his recent success, if you were in the market for a bat, he would certainly intrigue you.
Made a couple of huge diving catches in that series at Wrigley Field in June. He chops it foul. So Kyle Schwarber, I was talking to Mike Borzello earlier. You know, he's caught bullpens of a lot of guys that he hadn't caught before. Working with Clayton Richard for the first time tonight. It's a work in progress, but he is all in. Borzy told me, he said he wants to learn everything now. Rizzo calls him off and makes a catch. Foul territory, and that'll end the inning. 2-out homer by Frazier, 1-1 after an inning.
Hey, Chicago, ever worry you're going to end up on one of those teeny tiny itty bitty regional jets? We don't. Southwest only flies 737s. You know, the big ones. We're the bags fly freeing, no change feeing, people loving, low fare leading airline. But that didn't fit on the side of our plane.
What up, peeps? It's Gabe.
And Babe.
And today we're talking about mobile plans the real way. I'm at the coffee shop on my Walmart Family Mobile Unlimited plan. It's unlimited talk, text, and data. We could do this all day with 4G LTE speed. Hey, baby! Because we move fast.
You want to go to the park, buddy? And at $29.88, it's the lowest price unlimited plan that includes 4G LTE.
It's the real plan
for real people
with real savings.
Save money. Live better. Walmart.
Menards has the sale that lets you save big on over 65,000 items. So get ready, get set, and save with an 11% rebate on everything. Hurry in and save big, because now is the perfect time to save on all of your projects with an 11% rebate on everything, including sale prices. That's savings on top of savings. Get everything you need with an 11% rebate going on now.
May 30th, 2008, Cubs, Colorado. We were behind big time at 8-0, and then it was 9-1. Even at 9-4,
9-4.
I was starting to give up hope. Then Jimmy Edmonds with 2 aboard. Bam! And then Mark DeRosa. Are you flat out kidding me? I mean, touch them all. 10-9 Cubs. I mean, it was amazing. Amazing. It was amazing. But that's why I'm all in for my Cubs. What a year. What a game.
Now time for you to tweet your strongest fan photo. Use hashtag Northside DataStrongFan, and you just might see yourself in an upcoming broadcast brought to you by T-Mobile. I just sent out a tweet as we get started here in the second, and I'll ask on the air, and you can tweet me at Len Casper on Twitter. You see our Menards pitch tracks there on the right. Do people like seeing that during live action? I do, because I like to see the patterns in a particular sequence. So we're just kind of experimenting with it with our new technology.
You're being very democratic. You're reaching out to the people.
Yeah.
See their opinion.
I know ESPN does their box literally over the strike zone itself. This one's off to the side. You don't have to look at it if you don't want it, but just trying to see if our viewers think it's a good idea. Hamilton retires Chris Coughlin.
I think, you know, I don't really watch those music videos very often, but every now and then you'll come across them and they'll have these little pop-ups with little bubbles with people saying things in them. Have you ever seen that? Like a music video?
Pop-up video, I think is what it's called.
So maybe we should do that too. Like once a week we'll have a pop-up game and just a little pop-up of like Ernie Banks would pop up and say, do you know, in 1954 I hit 42 home runs.
I was kind of thinking that while I'm speaking there's a pop-up bubble and it's what JD is thinking. And then when you're talking, it's what I'm thinking.
Could go for some grilled cheese.
One strike on Castro. Here's a pitch. It's outside.
Started to leak there. You see that front side. That's been an ongoing problem for him. Yesterday, he looked like he was committed a little bit to trying to hit the ball the other way, and he had some success too. Good solid base hit to right.
Lorenzen's 1-2, and he got him on a slider. And it looked like it was in a pretty hittable spot, particularly with 2 strikes, but Starlin's just kind of in that mode right now. Here, Mystery Theater 3000, right? You ever watch that?
Not familiar with that, no.
Yeah, they have a movie, like this would be the movie screen, and they've got the silhouettes down here, and we're talking about the movie.
Oh, really?
It'd be like an old creature feature, something, a B movie from
The Town That Dreaded Sundown.
Right, right. We'd be making jokes about it. Yep. Richard fouls back.
Richard can swing it, a heck of an athlete, a standout quarterback back in his high school days. So we got a pretty good football playing battery here tonight with Richard and Schwarber. Schwarber was a really good linebacker in high school.
Russell would bat next. Full count on the pitcher. He walked him. Barnhart comes out and says, hey, Michael, next time don't walk the pitcher.
Yeah, just a little psychology session there. I think Barnhart basically trying to get him to turn the page. Yeah, I know you're not happy with yourself, but let's move on.
So just going through the lineup, Fowler's been heating up. Schwarber just got back here and was hot. Bryant has been fairly cold. Coughlin, Castro, Russell, all in slumps. See, Coughlin now 7 for 38. Castro 5 for 48. Russell hitting $138 his last 21. Scoring runs in bunches has been an issue for this team, and it has been for a lot of teams.
Yeah, runs are down all over, but yeah, clearly it's been an issue for the Cubs. Offensively, in terms of runs scored, they're about the same as the Reds. They're in a much better place in the standings because they've pitched so well.
Bounce towards center and through. Lorenzen paying for that 2-out walk to the pitcher.
Short, quick stroke here by Addie Russell. A chance to really make him pay.
Jonathan Herrera had
he's been
a game-winning hit yesterday. High for ball one on Fowler.
And that's why we've talked about the Schwarber situation, that it's a fluid situation. They're trying to determine how much he's going to catch, and a lot will depend on whether other guys pick it up offensively or not. He becomes a better catcher every time he hits a line drive.
Two and one. Yeah, just to follow up on Schwarber, Mike Borzello, we had a shot of them yesterday in Atlanta. And there will be game situations, and Mike will say, now, this spot, would you do what that guy did here? Okay, why? And Schwarber will ask, okay, so if I don't have this particular pitch that my starter's not using that day, how do I get this guy out? I mean, just a lot of back and forth. He's very curious. And is just soaking up as much knowledge as he can. And Mike also said, he said, look, I'm 22 years older than you are. He said, I've probably caught 1 million more pitches than you have. A lot of it's just, you just got to catch.
Yeah.
Just experience.
Catchers will read hitter swings over the course of a game. And that's the thing. I was talking to David Ross about this earlier this year. They have such detailed scouting reports you go into a game with. But he says, I have to have the freedom to react to what I see, regardless of what the scouting report says.
Ball 4, and they're loaded for Schwarber. Lorenzen not real happy right now with Paul Schreiber, but again, he walked the pitcher with 2 outs. And it has ballooned, and he might have been right.
Yeah, you can understand his point because he made a lot of quality pitches. And Barnhart was out there to talk to him after the walk of the pitcher. Now he's barking at the umpire a little bit.
Well, the other thing is just the amount of turnover. The thing about Wellington Castillo, he's been with 3 different teams this year, just learning how to catch all these different guys. Kyle Schwarber, AA, big leagues, AAA, big leagues. He's had to learn a lot of guys' tendencies. And, everybody can catch a fastball right down the middle, but when you're catching Pedro Strop, when he misses on his slider, what's the most likely area that I have to be prepared to go get?
And some guys are just easier to catch because of the nature of the, some guys are pretty straight and they don't have a lot of late movement. Other guys have nasty sink.
So it's a process of simply catching guys and figuring out what you need to be ready for. And he's not worried about catching right now. He's trying to drive in some runs in a 1-1 tie. Already 1 for 1. Swing and a miss.
Maybe a little impatient there. Understandable with the bases juiced. Big leg kick, and a lot of pitchers, when they see that, they'll start to spin the ball a little bit more, softer breaking stuff. Let's see with 2 strikes if he cuts down on that leg kick.
Each team with a first inning tally. Cubs threatening with 2 outs here in the second, and Schwarber stays alive.
And clearly he has with 2 strikes, not using that big leg kick here. Quieter with the lower body, much like Rizzo.
Line shot right at Jay Bruce.
But he blistered it.
He did. Cubs lead 3, 1-1 early.
Two things got the stylists excited at a sheer delight. When a customer had the guts to go for the big city and playing the lottery. You see, they'd played together for years, but never hit it big. And then one day,
Mama getting new shoes, baby. Mama getting new shoes, baby. Mama.
so go ahead, get that new hairdo. And hey, play the Illinois lottery, because anything's possible.
The Nissan Rogue. With blind spot warning, a round view monitor, and intuitive all-wheel drive that knows just when to kick in. Choose Rogue, just $194 per month, or get 0% APR for up to 60 months. Nissan, innovation that excites. Shop ChooseNissan.com.
Don't be nervous.
Let the nerds take over.
What's up?
We are all gonna die. Jump! You are so powerful.
Exos, non-X 3D, rated PG-13.
Need an oil change? At CarX Tire and Auto, full-service oil changes are just $19.99.
Hey, Cub fans, head over to CSNChicago.com. Watch the latest episode of That Sports Thing with Chris Mars, presented by Miller Lite. It's actors and comedians getting all sportish. It's That Sports Thing. Watch new episodes at CSNChicago.com. Maybe after the ball game. Clayton Richard in a 1-1 tie. A couple of minor league notes for you. Christian Villanueva, Iowa infielder, the Pacific Coast League Player of the Week. Last week, 8 out of 15, 3 homers, 9 RBIs in 4 games. Second time in a month and a half he's won that award. And infielder Chesney Young at Myrtle Beach, Cubs 14th round pick last year, hitting .337. 2 single-A stops this season. Recently had a 5-for-5 game, and Sunday set a new Carolina League record, reached base in his 38th consecutive game.
Impressive stuff.
Minor league record is 74 games. Do you know what the major league record is on base streak? Outside on Marlon Byrd.
I'm going to go with 71.
84 games. Ted Williams, 1949. Clayton Richard robs Marlon Byrd.
That was going to be my first guess. I should have trusted it.
Yep, you should have. With a smile from the lefty.
He's playing the whole game. Worked a walk. Now he's flashing a little leather. I think Addison Russell was probably going to be in position to make a play on that ball anyway. And to hang with him for Marlon Byrd, he sure did hit it hard.
Eugenio Suarez, former switch hitter, now just bats righty. And he looks at a strike. Recently turned 24. Second straight year he's been given an opportunity due to an injury. Last year it was in Detroit. Jose Iglesias was injured, so he made 71 starts. This year with the Reds, it's because of the Zach Cozart injury.
Hey, swinging it well. He's got a little pop.
Well, his dad's not very tall?
He's a little diminutive guy.
Okay.
Mom's average build.
1-2 is bounced to third. Bryant kind of backed up on it, but he makes the play.
Suarez, his first major league hit last year was a home run, and it came off John Lester. Cub fans, let's go. Summer is in full swing, so plan now and secure your tickets as it promises to be a fun second half at Wrigley Field. Boy, does it ever. Phillies are in for a 3-game weekend series starting Friday, followed by 3 with the Colorado Rockies. To purchase tickets, visit Cubs.com.
Barnhart is a switch batter, and this will be a quick inning for Richard. Reds go 1, 2, and 3.
This is an iPhone, and it comes with something different. 99% of people who have an iPhone love their iPhone. If it's not an iPhone, it's not an iPhone.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Chicago Cubs and may not be reproduced, or descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs.
Your dreams can start off small. As you get older, they grow. They evolve and get passed along to new dreamers. Your dreams take work, and protecting them takes committed support. American Family Insurance.
Attend the Dave Matthews Band shows July 25th and 26th and join American Family Insurance in their support of Best Buddy.
This summer, make the most of the season with the Jeep brand's legendary capability. Cherish every sunrise in the Jeep Grand Cherokee, the most awarded SUV ever. Or chase every sunset with Jeep Cherokee's 31 mpg highway. Your endless summer starts at the Jeep Summer Clearance Event. Get 0% APR for 60 months or $2,000 total cash allowance on 2015 Jeep Cherokee models.
Follow Patrick Mooney, our Cubs insider, all season long on Comcast Sportsnet. Brought to you by Nationwide agent Jeff Vukovich. Visit Jeff at jeffvuk.com. Nationwide is on your side. We'll chat with Patrick during the ballgame tomorrow night. It'll be Jason Hamill against Raisel Iglesias. Wednesday, the early game, Hendrickson, Leak, Beeler, and Cingrani in the nightcap. Bryant swings at the first pitch, high and deep. Hamilton still going back, and he has just enough room up against the padding to make the catch.
Impressive swing of the bat, though, and I was watching Chris Bryant take batting practice today, and he was hitting a lot of balls straight away center field and way out of here in right field. And lately he's been first of all, he's been swinging through a lot of pitches. He's been striking out a lot lately, but a lot of his contact has been kind of roll over, too much top hand rolling over on the ball to the pull side. That's a very positive sign, that swing of the bat right there. Stayed in the yard, but I like that approach.
Want to know on Anthony Rizzo. Sac fly in the first inning, knocked in the Cubs run. 942 on base plus slugging, ranking 6th among all major league hitters. Quick pitch, tomahawked into right, and caught by Bruce. Well, that quick pitch gets guys to swing.
Yep. And after a couple slow breaking balls, a good heater up and in.
Now Soler with 2 outs, caught looking to end the first inning, and he fouls So the Red Sox and Angels rained out, and Rockies and Padres rained out yesterday as well. A lot of rain in Southern California. That was the Angels' first washout since 1995. They're playing a makeup doubleheader against the Red Sox. So they're hosting their first double dip since '03. And the Angels leading 11-1 as they go to the 5th inning in Game 1. Red Sox have 9 hits and only 1 run. Now they're in the 8th. Big series in Washington, D.C., and the Nationals have a 2-0 lead over the Mets as they play the bottom of the 2nd. That is Matt Harvey and Gio Gonzalez. Mets coming off an 18-inning 3-1 win at St. Louis. Strike 3 called for the 2nd time in as many at-bats for Soler. 1-1.
Welcome to Toyota.
I've got a conference call in 15, but I'm looking for something reliable, stylish, lots of technology. Give me the elevator pitch, go.
Well, there's the 2015 Toyota Camry. It's got a bold design, plus available Qi wireless charging capability.
Sold? Wow, you should be a professional spokesperson.
I'll look into that.
Get 0% APR for 60 months on a new 2015 Camry. Or lease Camry for just $189 a month.
It all starts at Toyota. Let's go places.
When a moment spontaneously turns romantic, why pause to take a pill? And why stop what you're doing to find a bathroom? With Cialis for daily use, you don't have to plan around either. It's the only daily tablet approved to treat erectile dysfunction, so you can be ready anytime the moment is right. Plus, Cialis treats the frustrating urinary symptoms of BPH, like needing to go frequently, day or night. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and medicines and ask if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Do not take Cialis if you take nitrates for chest pain, as it may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Do not drink alcohol in excess. Side effects may include headache, upset stomach, delayed backache, or muscle ache. To avoid long-term injury, get medical help right away for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. If you have any sudden decrease or loss in hearing or vision, or any symptoms of an allergic reaction, stop taking Cialis and get medical help right away. Why pause the moment? Ask your doctor about Cialis for daily use. For a free 30-tablet trial, go to Cialis.com.
Tomorrow, it's a power surge at the plate as our Cubs look to park some pitches in the mighty Ohio. Watch them try to put a charge into Game 2 and bolt past Cincy. Cubs, Reds, live at 6 on CSN.
Hey, Cub fans, CSN Chicago is giving you a chance to win tickets to all 3 days of Lollapalooza for you and a guest. Don't miss out on the biggest party of the summer. Visit csnchicago.com/Lala to enter for your chance to win today. Or as Tom Brokaw might say, Lala. Here's Lorenzen. He's a good athlete. He can swing the bat. He was an outfielder in college. Cal State Fullerton. Had a little pop like Suarez and some on-base skills, but started to close games during his senior year. Drafted as a pitcher by the Reds, and they fairly quickly made him into a starter. He threw under 45 innings in college and made 0 starts.
So they've got a good athlete without a lot of wear and tear on his arm.
Yep. Still 1-2 on him. A little overcast. Lights starting to take effect as we near dusk. By all accounts, the All-Star festivities here. Futures game, home run derby, the big game. Everything went well last week. Able to honor a lot of the Reds greats.
Mustache was a big theme.
Yep. Swing and a miss, strike 3. First strikeout for Clayton Richard. Here comes Billy Hamilton batting 9th, the 39th time he's been in this 9 spot. 266 on base percentage. So the key is obviously keep him off base. He had 5 steals against the Cubs at Wrigley on June 14th.
Leads the league with 45. He's been more efficient too. He's only been caught 7 times.
It's foul. Bob Bescher holds the Reds single season record, 81 steals in 1911.
It's been a while since anybody's stolen 100 bases, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was Vince Coleman.
Yeah, that's not
the last.
Hamilton in the minor leagues had just crazy stolen base numbers, and if he were to get on base enough, could be a legitimate threat at stealing 100, especially the way the game is being played now. Run scoring is down. Balls aren't flying out of the ballpark as much as they were a few years back. Maybe a guy like Hamilton with his speed becomes more valuable if he can get on base.
He's been doing a lot of that, hitting the ball in the air. As he flies out to Coghlan. We talked about that the last time we saw the Reds. Got to hit the ball on the ground, take some more walks. Here comes Phillips, who has hit in the leadoff spot more often than anywhere else. 40th time he's batted first, but he's hit first, second, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh. Richard ready for the 1-0. Pulled right to Bryant. Phillips lines out. That's 7 in a row sent down by Richard.
One thing we can rely on in this house is UVerse high-speed internet.
I've been streaming movies all day without any problems.
UVerse high-speed internet has brought much-needed reliability to our lives.
It's got reliability you can rely on.
AT&T UVerse high-speed internet. With 99.9% reliability, it's one thing you can rely on.
Striker, you're too low. I know, but Wisconsin is so beautiful in the summer. So much to do. Over. Roger. What? Boating, fishing, biking. Huh? I wish I was down there. Roger.
My name is Kareem.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
Looks like I picked the wrong week to quit flying.
I can't believe I ever left this place.
Wow. Welcome home.
This summer, get ready for suspense. Unbridled jealousy.
She's still there.
New beginnings.
Goodbye.
And sheer exhilaration.
Lock and load.
Roger.
It's the event you don't want to miss. It's the Summer of Audi sales event. Get the Audi you've always wanted with zero due at signing now during the Summer of Audi sales event.
Saturday night, red-hot MLS action returns as New England charges the field for a 5-alarm fight without fire. Watch the men in red get their revenge and blaze a trail to victory. Coverage begins at 7 on CSN. Spanish-language broadcast on CSN+.
A 1-1 tie as we get into the 4th inning. Decent crowd on hand. They've got the bunting hanging off the second deck here after a festive week last week. We've had a lot of rain too, some flooding.
Yeah, a ton of rain here, a lot of rain delays and postponements. We know all about that. Rivers are running pretty high.
Chris Coughlin takes ball one. Michael Lorenzen. Castro and the pitcher Richard to follow. That's on the outside. And it's 1-1.
Lorenzen had to work awfully hard those first couple of innings, so the pitch count at 60 already here. There's a theme of the weekend series in Atlanta. Brave starters running very high pitch counts into the middle innings due to the patient approach by the Cub hitters. Becomes more of a factor on a hot night like tonight.
Bounced right to the shortstop, Suarez. I'll bring up Castro. So Zach Greinke, the talk of the baseball world right now. He ran a scoreless streak yesterday to 43 2/3 innings. A couple of interesting notes. He has not thrown a shutout this year. Did you know that Orel Hershiser's record streak of 59 innings in 1988 began on August 30th?
Well, I knew it. You took it right down to his final start, right, in San Diego.
Yeah, he pitched 5 consecutive shutouts as part of the streak in September of that year. And his final start, 10 scoreless innings at San Diego in a no decision. That game went like 16 innings. That is quite a finish to a year.
Yeah, talking about finishing with a kick. What year was that?
88.
Well, that's the year he had the great postseason too. Yep. I mean, just tireless.
2-1 on Starlin.
Yeah. Talking with Joe Madden the other day, and he was saying how he doesn't like to bunt, especially in the heat, because he doesn't want his pitchers running the bases. He wants them to save their energy. I don't know if he'd be a fan of that play, but you have to be impressed by the athleticism of a pitcher making that kind of an effort. Kind of like Travis Wood. He used to always say he's a baseball player that just happens to pitch. I think Lorenzen's cut out of the same bolt of cloth.
In the air, Hamilton in a step or two.
It's a very important day for 2 reasons. One, it's the anniversary of the moon landing, July 20th, 1969.
Okay. Was that 11? Apollo 11?
Sounds
Didn't mean to lock you up. Go ahead.
And it's Audrey's birthday.
Yes.
Our fine stage manager.
Happy birthday, Audrey. Was she born on that day?
One small step for Audrey, one giant leap for Cincinnati. And it's also the anniversary of the first home run that Gaylord Perry ever hit. And apparently some years before that, Alvin Dark said, we're going to land a man on the moon before Gaylord Perry hits a home run. That was the story. He was taking BP like 5 years before, and there was a writer back there and said, hey, Gaylord, looks like he swings the bat pretty well. And Alvin Dark supposedly said, we'll land a man on the moon before Gaylord Perry hits a home run. And it was like minutes after the moon landing.
Really?
And Perry went deep.
Oh, that's great. That's one I don't even want to know if it's not true.
Exactly.
Right? That's just too good.
Exactly.
Barnhart took the worst of that. ball, strike 3, and the inning is over. Back-to-back 1-2-3s for Lorenzen.
Need an oil change? At CarX Tire and Auto, full-service oil changes are just $19.99.
Love music, celebrating with all my friends. Fam so proud, wish grandma could see this trend. If you feel it in your soul like the vibe should, grab somebody, enjoy life.
It started with the whisper. People just can't stop talking about Ford. And now during the Ford Summer Sales Event, get the best deals of the summer on Fusion with EcoBoost.
The Fusion is amazing.
Ford is the brand more people buy and buy again. So don't miss the Ford Summer Sales Event. Now during the Ford Summer Sales Event, get a Fusion with 0% financing for 72 months plus $1,000 bonus cash and make no payments until fall. Talk about savings.
You're ready. Don't get hit too much.
You ain't never been hit by a real man.
Let's go home.
It'll be a year before your suspension is up. I'm looking for a place to train.
Like, it's not about this, it's about this. We start tomorrow.
Training?
No, baking cookies.
The three of us, that's all that matters.
Visit with my family.
This is your time. This is your moment.
Southpaw, rated R, Friday. To win a national championship once is a big deal. Binny's Beverage Depot has won it 3 times as National Retailer of the Year for wine, spirits, and beer. Low prices, a gigantic selection, and super service. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
Hey, Cub fans, weekday mornings, no better place to turn for the latest sports news and opinion than the Cap and Haw Show on CSN Chicago. Hosted by David Kaplan and Chicago Tribune writer David Haw. It's the only AM sports talk TV show in town. Don't miss the Cap and Haw Show. Presented by Horwitz and Associates. Weekday mornings at 9 on Comcast Sportsnet. First of 4 here in Cincy. 1-1 tie. Sac fly Rizzo. Home run Frazier. Joey Votto tonight making his 911th start alongside Brandon Phillips. That's the most on the right side of the infield among any Reds tandem ever. Second most among active first and second base teammates. Ryan Howard and Chase Utley at 1,130. We will see the Phillies this weekend. Utley's currently on the DL. Did you see Bryce Harper's comments, by the way, about Zach Greinke?
I did not.
Basically said he's good, but he got so many calls that he should be good. It was kind of a backhanded compliment. At least it came off that way. After Greinke handcuffed the Nationals hitters yesterday. To start the inning. It's something he has always done well. First walk issued by Richard. And yeah, hitters right now, I think even the good ones get a little aggravated because the pitchers by and large have the upper hand.
Yeah, well, it's two, some players are just hyper competitive and they don't want to ever give the other guy credit. And 2, there does seem to be a fairly generous strike zone these days.
Preaching to the choir, but it is interesting how for years pitchers complained about every rule, every ballpark, everything in the game was tilted toward offense, and it fell on deaf ears. But now there's this big, oh man, these pitchers can't be that good. One strike on Frazier. He lined a homer over the wall in center in his first at bat. I didn't watch much of the Open, but that would have been a pretty good tee shot, right? Just get it in the middle of the fairway, let it roll.
Especially in the wind over there.
1-1. Now 1-2. So it sounds, as I said before, it sounds like Todd Frazier's not a guy that Reds are really interested in moving, but he's 29 years old. If you're going to move some veterans, why would you not at least take calls?
I think
I'm sure Walt Jocketty's got calls.
Sure.
What would it take?
I think it's silly to say anybody is untouchable, because until you hear what the other side is willing to discuss, you just don't know.
There's Walt. He's been doing this a long time.
But, I would think their strategy would be to try to, not just get young prospects, but major league ready prospects, guys that are on the cusp, because they got Votto locked up for a long time. The Phillips is here. If they keep Frazier, and they still have a core that they probably feel is going to be competitive and be able to score some runs going forward. So, I don't think they want to go into complete slash and burn mode, kind of like the Cubs did. I think they're thinking about a quicker turnaround because of all the money they already have invested in some of these veterans.
And that may be true. It's very, very difficult to do.
Right.
Because teams don't want to give up those guys. They're much more willing, I would think, to give up the 19, 20-year-old single-A prospect.
But that's where you have to use your leverage at the trade deadline with a guy like Johnny Cueto or Aroldis Chapman to go knocking on these the doors of these teams that feel like they're one piece away from making a deep run in the postseason.
2-2 in on the hands.
And the other part of it too, and we've seen it already here with the Cubs, really good prospects that are in A-ball aren't that far away if they're that good.
Yep.
That man right there was in college last year.
There goes Votto, and Frazier pops it up. This will get out of play. Yeah, and A-ball for Kyle Schwarber was kind of a blur. He didn't spend much time at any stop along the way. As you referenced, right around his major league debut when he was piling up 2 for 3s and 4 for 5s. There is no higher level than this.
Yeah, this is it, man. Yep.
Oh. Is into left, and the Reds now in business. 2 on, no outs. Well, he has hit a couple of bullets in this game.
Yeah, you got to make sure you get up and in on him a little bit and maybe go a little softer because his play coverage is so good. You see they're trying to go away, and that looked like a cutter.
Fouled out to first in the first. So those around here worried about Todd Frazier maybe having his swing messed up by the home run derby. He's 2 for 2, and you see Jay Bruce or Lowe's never stop improving.
Just a horrific start. Mid-May started to pick it up, and boy, in July, 327 with a 612 slugging average. And we referenced it earlier. He had the leg problems last year, and his swing became very rotational, a lot of turning with the upper body, and he hit a ton of balls on the ground. This year, getting the ball airborne a lot more frequently.
Rizzo to Castro to Richard. Double play the hard way. 3-6 to 1.
Take a look at it, sharply hit by Bruce. that helps. Quick snap throw from Rizzo. Richard scrambling over there, gets in good position to receive that throw. Nice turn, too, under pressure.
Well, good job by Richard. He found the bag without really having to look at first base. And to sweep that left foot across the top of the bag before Bruce got there. So Votto now at third, 2 outs. Marlon Byrd, that one gets away from Schwarber, and the Reds will take the lead on a wild pitch.
Unfortunate after the big double play. Kyle just not able to get over there quickly enough to square up behind that ball and block it. And kind of reach for it with the glove as opposed to moving laterally to get into a better blocking position.
The 1-0 is high. Last time we saw the Reds, Bird was on the disabled list with a fractured right wrist, missed 15 games. To right and gone. 3-1.
Number 16 for Bird, second here tonight for Cincinnati. Boy, what a stark difference between this ballpark and the one in Atlanta that we just came from. Oh, really flying out of here. Drive home run from Frazier. Now flick of the wrist from Bird. There's your Ford home run replay. The veteran Bird. And no doubter the other way.
One bouncer to Castro. Suarez is out. Reds get 2. One on a wild pitch, the other on a home run. They lead 3-1.
It looks like a whole new lawn. What'd you do?
Well, thanks. Went to Lowe's. They gave me a few tips, pointed me toward the right fertilizer, and voila.
It made a huge difference.
And it made me feel like I can do anything. You know what I'm gonna do? I think I'm gonna finally learn how to fold a fitted sheet.
There are no corners. This is impossible.
Gerald Hyundai moves you forward with a full line of the most fuel-efficient, affordable cars on the road. And we make it easy to save big on your favorite models. Get 0% financing for 60 months on all models to qualified buyers. Drive home today in a new Gerald Hyundai. All backed by the Gerald exclusive lifetime warranty. Unlimited time, unlimited miles. There's an exciting drive ahead only at Gerald Hyundai. Gerald Hyundai at I-88 and Orchard Road, or visit GeraldHyundai.com.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Comcast Sportsnet, your home for Chicago Cubs baseball.
We are back. 3-1, the Reds lead. Get a behind-the-scenes look at beautiful Wrigley Field. The Cubs offer 90-minute guided tours that include a chance to step on the field. This must-see Chicago attraction houses over 100 years of history. For more information, visit Cubs.com/tours.
Cubs trail 3-1. Marlon Byrd to the opposite field. Cubs have won 7 of 9 so far against the Reds, trying to Win a season series versus Cincy for the first time since '09. Votto weigh in at first against Addison Russell. And now strike called, so Votto will back up. And then Schwarber here in the 5th. Lorenzen working quickly. Good slider that time. 1-2 now.
Yeah, I think once he got the feel for his breaking stuff, he's been a lot better. Slider and the curveball.
That curve is never over close to the zone. Yep, 2-2.
Pitch.
Ooh, ground ball into right. Votto was headed over toward first as Russell made contact. I don't think Votto would have made that play necessarily. So leadoff single. He was cheating. Upset at himself for breaking the wrong direction. Fowler a single and a walk. Last 5 games he's been on 12 out of 20 trips to the plate. And I guess 13 if you add that he reached on an error as well.
First multi-hit game for Addison Russell since June 24th.
Getting some instructions from Brandon Hyde. Gary Jones across the way at third.
And for me, that's really the key for this club. We talk a lot about trade deadline acquisitions and how you're going to improve your team, and everybody feels like Addison Russell is going to end up being a very good offensive player in the big league. Same for Jorge Soler. And the hope is that it comes sooner rather than later, that this second half it really starts to show up.
Yeah, we probably don't talk about internal improvement enough. It's always about what can you add, what can you add. Knocked down by Barnhart. Always learn something from the manager when we have our pregame chats with Joe. Base hit right center. Trying to split the gap. Hamilton's going to cut it off. Fowler trying for 2, and he's going to be out. That's where speed plays in the outfield. Billy Hamilton took what would have been normally a double for just about any hitter in the big leagues, but he got there quickly, and as you said, he's got a good arm.
Yeah, and Fowler, he's a speed guy, so he's thinking 2 for sure on a ball like that. Hamilton just made a heck of a play. Look how far he had to go. Had to kind of right himself before making the throw, and he throws it right on the money on one hop. They're reviewing it in the Cubs video room. And it looks like there will be no challenge. That's just a great play by Hamilton.
Meantime, Russell is at third, and the Reds will play back except for Frazier with 1 out. Ball 1 to Schwarber. Yeah, talking with Joe today, he was mentioning how fun this game should be. And one of his big philosophies is to not put any extra, quote, weight on his players.
Yeah. He said there was a time when he was with the Angels where you almost dreaded coming to the ballpark. A team that starts to win, and then your expectations rise, and if you go through a little bit of a funk and you're losing a little bit, you don't need that guy who's screaming and yelling and we're going to work early, we're going to, and that's the reaction. That's kind of an old school reaction. You go through a losing streak, so we're going to do extra work every day, and it's almost like the manager's trying to prove to his bosses that he's doing everything he can. Joe's philosophy is just the opposite. Ease off on the gas a little bit. Relax, boys. We're going to be okay here.
3-1 to Schwarber. And he admitted that he felt as a player that he did not respond to a lot of the tough love stuff that he got from some of the old school managers and coaches.
Yeah.
Ball 4.
A lot of times it wasn't tough love, it was just tough.
Second walk for Lorenzen. Hey, this Friday, July the 24th, the Cubs host the Phils at 3:05, and the first 10,000 fans get a Billy Williams replica statue presented by Pepsi. That's a good one. For more information, visit Cubs.com. Bryant 0 for 2. They're at the corners with one away. Slider, ball 1.
This place will always have a spot in Chris Bryant's heart, of course. First All-Star game. Had his dad here throwing BP to him for the home run derby.
Bryant, the pitch. Now 2-1. Might want that one back.
Yeah. We saw Starlin swing through a slider earlier. I was up in the zone like that. This, I think it was a curveball that backed up on Lorenzen. Sometimes just the off-speed nature of the pitch. Catch the hitter out in front a little bit. Didn't have great action. Not where he wanted to throw it.
Driven the other way. Bruce can't make the play. That ball bounces out of play. And Schwarber's going to have to stop at third. Russell's in. It's 3-2 on the double by Chris Bryant.
Oh, yeah. Boy, how good is that to see after hitting that deep drive to center last time. Bryant goes to right field this time. Could be some real good stuff coming from Chris Bryant here in the coming days.
And that puts Lorenzen in a bind with Rizzo coming up. They do have a base open, and Jeff Pico, the pitching coach, will head out and they'll discuss. Soler is on deck. So that guy caught it.
The Cub guy. Or the red guy next to him.
Bryant regains the RBI lead on the roster with his 52nd. Rizzo has 51. Action in the Cincinnati bullpen. Ryan Matthews.
He was warming up with 2 balls out there. Did you notice that? Had one in his glove while he was throwing the other one.
It's a good idea.
So Solid single, Russell. Gapper by Fowler. Walk Schwarber. Off-field double Bryant. Lorenzen leaking oil here in the 5th. 4 consecutive really good at-bats. Well, plate appearances, I guess I should say, to be technically correct.
Good rip by Rizzo. So Michael Lorenzen is either borrowing one of Johnny Cueto's gloves, or it's Lorenzen's glove in honor of his teammate, as it says Johnny Cueto on it.
Maybe you went to the sporting goods store and bought a Johnny Cueto model.
Maybe that was a giveaway.
I'm going to impress my all-star teammate.
Fights it off. So Anthony knows the deal here. He's a power hitter. He usually shortens up with 2 strikes, but contact paramount in this spot. Do not want to strike out. 2nd and 3rd, 1 away.
I would think they would try low, down and in breaking pitch.
Got it. Two outs.
Anthony has any kryptonite, that would be it. Well executed by Lorenzen, and then finally that breaking ball down in the dirt. Anthony a little anxious there with a couple guys in scoring position.
So he passes a baton to Soler with 2 outs, and he has struck out twice, both times looking.
This is where pitchers sometimes get a little careless after retiring a very important out.
This next pitch by Lorenzen will be number 100 as he tries to get through the 5th inning. Swing and a miss, 1-2.
Got looking twice last time. It was a fastball right at the bottom of the knees. There wasn't much Soler could do about it.
That'll score 2 and give the Cubs the lead. Schwarber in. Bryant scores. Soler to second, and he's safe. It's a double. 4-3.
Cubs putting a very nice inning together here. This is a breaking pitch, and he's left a few of them up like that tonight. He's been able to get away with it, but Soler did not let him off the hook this time. Bruce, like Hamilton's got a big arm out there, but Suarez not able to handle that one-hop throw. Soler in with the 2-out double.
Inside to Coughlin. 3-run 5th.
Got to believe this is the end of the line for Lorenzen, whether he gets him or not.
Yep. He's missed badly here in the first 2 to Coughlin. 3-0. Okay. Felt like the automatic strike.
Yep, 3-0 Leo.
That's unbelievable, isn't it? You get that call. Look at how Barnhart had to reach for it. Line to Frazier for the out. But the Cubs get 3, 2 on the Soler double. 4-3.
Hey, Chicago, ever worry you're going to end up on one of those teeny tiny itty bitty regional jets? We don't. Southwest only flies 737s. You know, the big ones. We're the bags fly freeing, no change feeing, people loving, low fare leading airline. But that didn't fit on the side of our plane.
Amazing Cascade video walls from Prism. Learn more at prism.com.
All around me are familiar faces, worn out places, worn out faces. And I find it kind of funny, and I find it kind of...
Bacon you can't eat is bacon you don't need. Try Taco Bell's Bacon Club Chalupa. Crispy bacon over grilled chicken in a chewy chalupa shell. It's bacon you can eat.
Hi, I'm David Kaplan here with a Coors Light Cold Hard Facts Sportsnet Central update. At the British Open, Zach Johnson won a 4-hole playoff over Louis Oosthuizen and Mark Leishman. For Johnson, his second major victory, also won a Masters. Jordan Spieth, who had won the Masters and U.S. Open, finished one shot out of that playoff. We'll have a recap of all the day's news later tonight on Sportsnet Central with Mark and Pat. Now back to Len and Big Jim in the Natty.
Cap, thank you. 4-3, the Cubs have the advantage. Reds got 2 in the last inning, but then Cubs answered right back. Soler with a go-ahead 2-run, 2-base hit. And Tucker Barnhart looks at ball 1. Devin Mesoraco out for the year, hip surgery. Brian Pena's made 56 starts. This is Barnhart's 29th. Pinch hit, played right field in extras yesterday against Cleveland. His first professional appearance at any spot other than catcher. As it bounces to Russell.
This Sunday, it's the 26th of July. Phillies are in town. Game time is at 1:20. First 5,000 kids receive a Cubs replica batting helmet presented by Advocate Children's Hospital. After the game, the first 1,000 kids 13 and younger will be allowed on the field to run the bases. That's weather permitting, of course. For more information, visit Cubs.com. And remember, you got to get those wristbands. I mean, one of the first 1,000 kids.
So Lorenzen will take the at bat, but I think he's done pitching. Probably see Ryan Matthews in the 6th.
Yeah, that would be my guess. Up over 100 pitches. He's really labored here tonight. Matthews still up out there in the pen. Joe Madden probably will not ask a lot out of Clayton Richard here tonight. This could possibly be his last inning as well.
Bryant to his glove side, the spin, the throw, the out.
Usually a fairly busy night for a third baseman with a guy like Richard on the mound. Left-handed ground ball pitcher.
We've commented on this before. As a 6'5" third baseman, he's got a long way to go sometimes to get down on those balls. So Chris sometimes maybe doesn't look as smooth as some other guys, but all that matters is you make the play. Washington fouls.
Yeah, there's no artistic merit in baseball. It's all about results. Justin Grimm looks like he'll be first one out of the chute here tonight.
Yank foul.
Nice play down there by the ball boy. It's a tough play because you have to make the read. You have to make sure it's not fair. The biggest mistake you can make is to field a fair ball.
Coughlin back now in. And that's that for the Reds. Cubs 4, Cincinnati 3.
Your TV and your internet. Experience the two together like never before with this special offer from Xfinity and lock in your rate for 2 full years. Only Xfinity from Comcast gives you the X1 entertainment operating system with the cloud-based X1 DVR. So now anything you record is available on all your devices. Combine that with the fastest in-home Wi-Fi and get the most out of your entertainment. Get the X1 Triple Play for $99 a month for 2 full years. And now get even more internet speed, up to 75 megabits per second. Call 1-800-XFINITY or visit Xfinity.com today.
The new flamethrower cheeseburger now with a $5 lunch. I'm going flamethrower today.
Remember what happened last time?
I'm going flamethrower today.
Gary, do you remember what happened last time?
I'm going flamethrower today.
Remember what happened last time?
Comes with a Sunday now. I can handle it.
You know your body, Gary.
Go flamethrower. Now the DQ $5 lunch comes with the new jalapeno bacon flamethrower cheeseburger, plus fries, drink, and a sundae. This is fan food, not fast food.
Where were you born? It's a question asked all the time. Because where you're from shapes who you are, inspires how you do things. And when that inspiration comes from a place this refreshing, this majestic, this... well, you get the idea. Coors Light, born in the Rockies.
Chicago, Comcast Sportsnet is giving you a chance to win tickets to all 3 days of Lollapalooza for you and a guest. Don't miss out on the biggest party of the summer. Visit csnchicago.com/Lala to enter for your chance to win today.
Welcome back. Time now to look at our fan photo brought to you by T-Mobile. Here it comes. There it is. It's fans plural. Hanging out in the dugout. How about that? Well, we got a good ball game for you here tonight. Cubs lead 4-3. We head to the 6th. We got a new chunker in there for the Reds. A veteran right-hander. Ryan Matthews, 28th appearance, 0-1 with a .421. Fastball, slider, and a splitter for Matthews. Reds with a bullpen ERA of 4.18. That's 13th in the National League out of 15 clubs. Matthews started in the Rockies organization, made his major league debut with the Nationals in 2011.
Foul pop-up, not much foul territory in this ballpark.
Nice play.
Fastball runs inside. Oh, what a play. Matthews is trying to keep that ball from hitting him in the head, and he just gets Castro.
He's hurting.
Yeah,
Twisted. He's hurt his knee, I think, or maybe his back. sharply hit ground ball, part trying to make a play, part self-defense, and then he really had to hang in there to finish the play because he's clearly in pain.
Very awkwardly landed on that left ankle. Take a couple of warm-up tosses just to make sure.
That ball was on it from the point he let it go to the point it was in his glove.
He grabbed his knee there, got all contorted. So bad break for Castro. Hit that ball really hard, but he's 0 for 3. Now Richard. Off of third and no play for Frazier.
Grimm was up but back down now. Richard taking the at bat, so it looks like he will go back out for the 6th.
Out hitting the Reds 7-3, outscoring them 4-3. Called strike 3. Big Cub fans, let's go. Don't miss your chance to catch the best matchups in baseball. Reserve your place in line for history in the making. Join the season ticket holder waiting list. It's easy and free to register. For details, visit Cubs.com/waitlist. Russell 2 for 2 with a run scored after an off day yesterday in Atlanta. Russell out to deep left. Bird makes the catch. Inning over. Matthews a 1-2-3. 4-3 Cubs.
I'm gonna crack like nobody's watching and eat like I skipped lunch. Why? Because Red Lobster's Crab Fest is back, and I'm diving into so much crab, so many ways. Like crab lover's dream with luscious snow and king crab legs and rich crab alfredo. Or this snow crab bake. Who knew crab goes with everything? Whoever put crab on this salmon, that's who. With flavors like these, I'm almost too excited to eat. Hey, I said almost. And now that it's back, get cracking while you still can.
Last night was a culmination of a year's worth, at least, of hard work and effort and determination. And, ultimately, it was the heart of a champion that prevailed.
Cap and Hall, weekdays 9 to noon. Presented by Horowitz and Associates.
Do you like the Passat?
It's a good-looking car.
This is the model rear-end event.
The model year-end sales event. It's year-end.
It's the rear-end event.
Year-end, rear-end. Check it out. Talk about turbocharging my engine.
Gorgeous. What kind of car do you like? New or many miles on it?
Get a $1,000 Volkswagen reward card on select 2015 Passat models. Release a 2015 Passat limited edition for $199 a month after a $1,000 bonus.
This summer, make the most of the season with the Jeep brand's legendary capability. Cherish every sunrise in the Jeep Grand Cherokee, the most awarded SUV ever. Or chase every sunset with Jeep Cherokee's 31 mpg Highway. Your endless summer starts at the Jeep Summer Clearance Event. Get 0% APR for 60 months or $2,000 total cash allowance on 2015 Jeep Cherokee models.
Our AT&T UVerse Multiview, Cubs with 4 runs tonight. And getting some good contributions around the lineup, particularly at the top. Fowler's been on all 3 times. Schwarber twice. Bryant with an RBI double. Rizzo the sac fly in the first. Jorge Soler 2-run double 5th inning to give the Cubs their current advantage. Brandon Phillips, a foul strike.
Yeah, I mean, just to, you know, if there was such a thing as stat as quality at bat per plate appearance, this is one of the better games the Cubs have had in a long time. Up and down the lineup, guys having very good at bats.
Pulled in the left. Phillips around first. He's going to stop with a single.
I suspect that'll get Cubs bullpen busy again. Justin Grimm up earlier, heating it up. Always dangerous when a pitcher sees the lineup for the 3rd time, especially when you're dealing with the top and the middle of the order.
Yeah, we talked yesterday about the leash for the manager. Jake Arrieta, John Lester, Jason Hamill, longer. Right. Kyle Hendricks is starting to earn a little more with his last month or so, and Clayton Richard, not yet.
Yeah, and a lot of it is just based on stuff, and typically your 5th guy doesn't have the quality of stuff that the guys at the top of your rotation have, so it becomes a percentage play. You know, give me 5 good innings and I'll get you out, or, you know, have somebody ready just in case things start to unravel. And when you get the quality work that they got out of Lester and Arrieta the last couple of days, you've got fresh arms in the bullpen because they haven't had to do that much work.
Short lead by Phillips. It's Burt Badenhop.
Yeah, I think it's the nature of the lineup that allowed Clayton Richard to come back out here for the 6th. That being Joey Votto, left-handed hitter, Jay Bruce, left-handed hitter, 2 and 4 in the batting order.
Could be 2. And it is 4-6-3. That'll keep him in the game a little longer.
That was a thing of beauty right there.
Maybe not.
No. They kept him in that long because it's a 1-run game, and here comes Frazier.
And we'll redo the storyline. What a good way to end his outing.
Yeah, he can win, he cannot lose. Sharply hit, and that made it easy. A lot of pace on that ground ball, so plenty of time.
So Weber, sauces and seasonings called to the pen. Why grill with anything else?
This summer, make the most of the season with the Jeep brand's legendary capability. Cherish every sunrise in the Jeep Grand Cherokee, the most awarded SUV ever. Or chase every sunset with Jeep Cherokee's 31 mpg Highway. Your endless summer starts at the Jeep Summer Clearance Event. Get 0% APR for 60 months or $2,000 total cash allowance on 2015 Jeep Cherokee models.
If you have moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis like me, and you're talking to a rheumatologist about a biologic, this is Humira. This is Humira, helping to relieve my pain and protect my joints from further damage. This is Humira, helping me reach for more. Doctors have been prescribing Humira for more than 10 years. Humira works for many adults. It targets and helps to block a specific source of inflammation that contributes to RA symptoms.
Humira can lower your ability to fight infections, including tuberculosis. Serious, sometimes fatal infections and cancers, including lymphoma, have happened, as have blood, liver, and nervous system problems, serious allergic reactions, and new or worsening heart failure. Before treatment, get tested for TB. Tell your doctor if you've been to areas where certain fungal infections are common, and if you've had TB, hepatitis B, are prone to infections, or have flu-like symptoms or sores. Don't start Humira if you have an infection.
Talk to your doctor and visit Humira.com. This is Humira at Work.
Weber's Sauces and Seasonings call to the pen. Here's right-hander Justin Grimm.
He's got Todd Frazier coming up, and he'll carry a 1.17 ERA into this outing. He's on for the 30th time. Only allowed 1 home run in 23 innings of work. High fives all the way around for Clayton Richard.
So it's up to the bullpen the rest of the night. Frazier has homered and singled and has had a couple of really good passes at the ball from the lefty Richard. So he was not going to get a third shot.
Don't cut it off. Should get it in there if you're going to try to go hard in.
Frazier, the first Reds third baseman with consecutive 25 homer campaigns since Chris Sabo in 1990 and 91.
AKA Spuds McKenzie.
Frazier on pace to be the first Red to have a 40-40 campaign. That's homers and doubles. Tricky spot here against a 26 home runs, a 3-1 count, a small ballpark, and a 1-run game.
Challenge fastball, and Bruce maybe thinking he'd get a breaking pitch there on 3-1. Never got it started.
And he walked him. We'll bring up Jay Bruce. Richard only made 70 pitches, so he was efficient tonight. He gave up 2 home runs, but nobody was on base at that time. Another run scored on a wild pitch.
Can't completely go to sleep on Todd Frazier over there at first base. He's capable of stealing a bag. He's stolen 8 this year in 12 tries.
Have 86 steals, leading the majors, but what, 45, more than half, belong to Hamilton.
Phillips has been running a little bit more this year than he has the last couple seasons.
Guess who has homered tonight?
I know who has homered tonight.
Nick Markakis finally hit his first. Braves lead the Dodgers 5-4 in Atlanta in the 6th. Former Brave Brandon Beachy.
A nice play there by Schwarber. Quick feet, sliding into position to knock down that breaking ball. Keep Frazier at first base.
If we can get a look here, Todd Frazier takes a unique lead. Gets in that runner's pose, pointed toward second base.
Yeah, like they do in softball when they can't lead, they just stand on the base. I mean, he's taking a lead, but he's positioned that way.
There. High and deep right field, way back, way gone, and the Reds lead again. Their third homer tonight. Very little doubt about that one off the bat of Jay Bruce.
Oh, that was a moonshot. For Bruce. RBIs 47 and 8. He got into a high fastball. Talked earlier about how he's hitting the ball in the air a lot more this year than last, and that's what you want sluggers to do. There's your Ford home run replay.
Time to pull out the old. I don't think 5 runs will win this game.
Well, given the Reds' bullpen struggles and the at-bats the hitters are having here tonight, and the way the ball is jumping here tonight.
Yeah, just don't wait until Chapman time.
The sinker baller, Burke Badenhop. Measured Bruce's home run at 456 feet.
I did not watch the Derby. Do you know what the longest homer was?
I do not.
Did anybody hit one 500 feet? He won it. In his home ballpark.
Bird is homered tonight. He also lined out back to the mound. Just the second home run allowed by Justin Grimm this year.
I'm hearing on Twitter, Jock Peterson went 487. That'll play. play?
He doesn't get cheated.
I would say 487 should lead most ballparks. And national parks, too. Swing and a miss to end the inning, but the Reds regain the lead. And tonight, USAA honors all our service members at home and abroad.
And all members of
Chicago Cubs baseball on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you by USAA, proudly serving the needs of the military community for over 90 years.
Every auto insurance policy has a number. But not every insurance company understands the life behind it. Those who have served our nation have earned the very best service in return. USAA. We know what it means to serve. Get an auto insurance quote and see why 92% of our members plan to stay for life.
Do you like the Passat?
It's a good-looking car.
This is the model rear-end event.
The model year-end sales event. It's year-end.
It's the rear-end event.
Year-end, rear-end. Check it out. Talk about turbocharging my engine.
Gorgeous. What kind of car do you like? No or many miles on it.
Get a $1,000 Volkswagen reward card on select 2015 Passat models. Release a 2015 Passat limited edition for $199 a month after a $1,000 bonus.
Since 1961, Pearl Vision has provided the neighborhood with expert eye care. That was Dr. Stanley Pearl's vision, and we still proudly carry on his legacy. Today, doctors like Lisa Hamilton perform eye exams that can help detect diabetes. Because we care for you and your eyes. This is genuine eye care in your neighborhood. This is Pearl Vision.
Welcome back, everybody. The Budweiser Bleacher Suite is available to host your next group event with features that include a sports bar atmosphere, TVs, high top tables, and a great view. It's a one-of-a-kind Wrigley Field experience. The suite can hold up to 100, includes food, drinks, and parking. To book, call 773-404-4200.
We probably won't see Chapman in a save spot tonight. 44 pitches over 2 innings yesterday. Jay Bruce just gave the Reds the lead, so it's Badenhop here to start the 7th.
Yeah, I don't know who Brian Price will use, or if he'll just play the matchup game if it gets to that. Badenhop, right-hander, doesn't throw hard, sinks the ball, pretty good changeup, high energy, always talking to himself out there. Cubs have done some damage against them this year.
On the way, Fowler takes or went after it, according to the home plate umpire. The Cubs dugout letting him hear about it. And Paul Schreiber, Bill saying he never swung at it, but Schreiber thought he did.
Somebody's gone.
Well, he didn't swing at that. And somebody got kicked out. Is it Joe?
David Ross is down there, so maybe it was Rossi that got run.
I think you're right. I think
David Ross
kicked out.
And Schreiber letting Joe have his say and said, okay, made your point. It's hot. People get a little cranky in the heat.
Well, they do have 3 catchers, so that's I guess the good news. But 1-1. Now 1-2.
Well, Badenhop, if it's down around the knee, let it be. Try to get him to elevate.
And you're right. He already has 2 losses to the Cubs this year. 5 games, 5 1/3 innings, 8 hits, 5 runs.
Everything down. So Badenhop hitting his spot so far.
Ball 4. Another walk for Fowler. What a night.
And Badenhop not happy with Paul Schreiber now. He thought 3-2 caught the inside corner. Everybody's mad at the umpire.
His last 5 games, he's walked 7 times.
Well, and I suspect we're going to hear a loud noise here pretty soon.
A strike to Schwarber. Are you going to moan now when he doesn't get a hit every time?
Yeah, just expect him to hit it hard every time.
1 out. Here comes Bryant.
And Schwarber kind of casting his eyes towards Schreiber. He thought the first pitch was inside. Our pitch tracks had it on the corner.
That's a strike. Pirates got swept over the weekend in Milwaukee, but leading at Kansas City 4-1 tonight. Early, they're in the 3rd. Mercer's going to miss 6 weeks.
What's the plan over there?
No surgery. Yeah. He's got a sprain of his left MCL and a lower leg bruise. Jung Ho Gung is playing short tonight. Yep.
That was a bold offering. And that's right there in the center square. Right in the Paul Lynn, Whoopi Goldberg zone. I don't know how Chris didn't demolish that one.
Yeah.
The way he's been swinging it tonight.
Little bit of a lean by Dexter. play, first base side. Making him work here in the 7th. Quick throw to first. Fowler back. Now 3-2. I'm guessing he'll be on the move here.
I think he's running. Chris has been swinging and missing a lot, but Badenhop's not a swing and miss guy.
There he goes and popped up. Hamilton, long run, but he's there for out number 2.
It's an oddly configured Cincinnati Red bullpen right now. Chapman, the closer, is the only lefty they have. And so
he's not a specialist.
Yeah, he's not a specialist. He's just the closer. So really, they don't have anybody to bring in prior to the 9th inning. That's no left-hander anyway. He may have some right-handers that he likes against left-handed hitters. But 7 right-handed relievers and no real lefty, because Chapman is, as we mentioned, the closer.
So Neil Ramirez, along with the newest member of the Cubs bullpen, Rafael Soriano. By the way, I learned something new.
What's that?
As I try to do every day. Whoopi Goldberg got the coveted Paul Lynde spot.
Center square, yeah.
Really? I didn't know that. I didn't watch the Hollywood Squares after I was about 9.
Now there may have been an interim center square, or
now, like Paul Lynde, was he always a center square whenever he appeared?
When I watched the Hollywood Squares way back in the day, yes.
Tapped foul. Jim J. Bullock. Did he ever have the
I have no idea who that is.
Monroe from
Monroe, that guy.
For comfort.
Is he a center square guy?
I don't know. Jim was JM, by the way. That's how he spelled it. Yeah. That I knew. Here it is. Ball 4. That's 2 walks in the inning. And the tying run now. Good speed at second. Dexter Fowler as Soler comes up.
Yeah, it can be frustrating for a hitter like Rizzo, who gets paid to drive in runs, to have to take his walks. But obviously he's really good at it. Last time up, he struck out with a couple of men in scoring position on a breaking ball out of the strike zone. Rarely does he do that, certainly not more than once in a game.
A lot of Cub connections on this Reds staff. It's Jeff Pico, the pitching coach. Former Cub manager Jim Riggleman's the third base coach. That's Jumbo Diaz. Former Cubs at first. Assistant hitting coach Lee Tinsley, recent member of the Cubs organization. There's Billy Hatcher.
Billy Hatch got a new hat for the second half.
Yeah, he's a former teammate of yours, too.
Mm-hmm. He's been here a long time now. 2-out, 2-run double by Soler last time.
It is plunging neckline Monday for the Cubs, apparently. With the no undershirt deal with Jake Arrieta on the mound yesterday, and I guess after they won, some guys continuing that. No undershirt Monday, usually followed by chafed Tuesday. I think he held, and he did. I don't know if there'll be another Cub backup player who'll get kicked out for saying to Schreiber, why didn't you do that last time?
Yeah, what the heck? Hayden Hop's not going to throw it by you. Movement, location, change of speeds. It's got to be patient.
Now step off. On the outside corner, 1-2.
Stay in the at-bat. Didn't like the call. Thought it was off the edge. Certainly a borderline pitch.
Bounce toward the middle. Phillips with a pick. Oh, my goodness. What a play. And it ends the inning. Knock it off. That's the best defensive play we've seen all year as Phillips and Suarez pull off some magic. Wow.
Like playing the Globetrotters. Look at Suarez doing his piece.
Need an oil change? At CarX Tire and Auto, full-service oil changes are just $19.99.
Hey neighbor, LED bulbs can last for over 20 years and save hundreds of dollars on your energy bill. So stop by your neighborhood Ace now and get an LED dimmable indoor reflector bonus pack with 2 free bulbs.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Brian Barehand.
Great at bat by Soler.
Save. Caught by Russell. Struck him out.
What a moment for the kid.
Carly posts.
Breaking up with the longest relationship I've ever had. Hashtag sad but true.
Good riddance, Carly.
Hashtag 96 months too long.
Oh, the car. Right. Well, now's the perfect time to head over to the Honda Summer Clearance event. We've got great deals on the Honda Civic, the best-selling car in its class. So ditch that loser. Hey, still talking about the car.
Hurry in to the Honda Summer Clearance event for a great deal on your new Honda.
I love shopping at Binny's Beverage Depot. Where else am I going to find almost 9,000 wines like Chateauneuf du Papa, Chansonnier, Montrachet, and Gabardougat de Italia. I screwed up at the end. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
Well, Brandon Phillips, and I got to tell you, Suarez, the adjustment to grab that throw with the bare hand, that's as good as it gets.
Yeah, he might not have been anticipating behind the back from Phillips here. But Phillips didn't have many options. Suarez with very slick play as well. Boy, this is as good as it gets.
You know, there have maybe been plays in the past Phillips has made where you could say he didn't have to go behind the back, and you never say really a guy has to go behind the back, but
sometimes it's the best option.
Yeah, I don't know if he had other options. The high five was not that pretty, but here's Neil Ramirez.
Neil working for the 11th time. 6th time since coming back off the disabled list.
They were supposed to get worse defensively at short with Cozart out.
Yeah, this kid, he can play a little bit. He's only 23 years old.
Actually just turned 24 2 days ago. But basically 23. Plus a year. J.J. Hoover.
Series, so he's been out of action for 9 days now.
The other thing about that play at second, if Suarez doesn't catch the ball and gets away from him, I think Fowler tries to score. If it gets 10 feet away from him, I think he does score the tying run. To right. Soler back on the track. Off his glove, then off the wall. I hope he's all right. Fowler's going to retrieve the ball. And Suarez has a standing triple.
Well, what a turnaround. A spectacular play by Phillips and Suarez. Towards the Cubs' chance, and now leadoff triple. Soler had more room and time than he realized. Started drifting after this ball. Never did find the wall. A couple more steps and he camps under it comfortably and puts it away. A bit of a misplay there by Soler. 3 bases for Suarez. Infield in for the Cubs.
Barnhart. Ball 1. Batting lefty against the right-hander Ramirez.
Fastball, slider, curveball. Curveball is a swing and miss pitch form, especially down in the dirt like that. So it's a pitch you got to be willing to call. If you're Kyle Schwarber, you have to be able to block it, of course, with a man on third. Pitcher spot is next. Jason Bourgeois out on deck.
Castro able to knock it down as Suarez is going to hold, but Barnhart in safely at first with an infield single.
Infield then just a reaction play there for Starlin. He was able to knock it down, and if he grabbed it initially right off the bat, I think he's got a play on Barnhart. Just couldn't get the handle on it. Right there.
So Bourgeois is announced, and here comes Joe.
Folks, if you're considering a trip to Wrigley Field, the Cubs suggest the use of public transportation. Red Line is a great option if you ride your bike. Cubs offer a courtesy bike check located near Clark and Addison. And if you drive the car, the Cubs provide free parking and shuttle service on night and weekend games. That's located at 3900 North Rockwell. For details, visit Cubs.com.
And if you're flying, you gotta parachute at the local airport.
You parachute in.
So, strategy session. Would be the veteran Bourgeois.
Normally in a one-out, first and third one-out situation, you're thinking safety squeeze. It may be in play here, too. Bourgeois may be asked to get a bunt down to advance Barnhart into scoring position and then just let Suarez read it and see if he could score as well. Infield stays in.
First and third, no outs.
Rizzo's charging. He's anticipating a bunt.
Bourgeois missed most of the first 3 months of the season with a fractured left scapula suffered in spring training. And his season debut on June the 28th. Swing and a miss on a slider. 1-1. Bourgeois from Houston, second-round pick of the Rangers in 2000. Debuted with the White Sox in 08. He bounced around a lot. Parts of 8 big league seasons.
Time 256 hitter, very little power. He's a speed guy.
Foul tip 2-2. Runners back to their respective bases.
It's a bit of good fortune. Can't hit it much harder than that, but Russell right there to snare it. Here comes Joe again.
Sauces and seasonings called to the pen. Why grill with anything else? Here comes Travis Wood, the former Red.
There's a drive to deep center field. and this could be the ball game. He's going back.
T-Mobile's network has more data capacity per customer than Verizon and AT&T. It's the network that's data strong all season long. Switch now and get a free subscription to MLB.com at-bat premium. Only at T-Mobile.
Love music, celebrating with all my friends. Fam so proud, wish grandma could see this trend. If you feel it in your soul like the vibe should, grab somebody, enjoy life.
Get huge savings on great gear at Bass Pro Shops. Now's the perfect time to save on a new pontoon boat with limited time savings of up to $4,000 on select models. Your adventure starts here.
It's called the domino effect. It starts with a plan that evolves into an action that produces a result. That result is the grand opening of the all-new Elgin Toyota with our state-of-the-art business center, and save time with our exclusive Toyota Express Maintenance. Browse over 1,000 new Toyotas and 400 used vehicles. Feel comfortable knowing that we speak your language. The grand opening sale going on now at Elgin Toyota, where Naperville Road ends and savings begin.
So Weber Sauces and Seasonings call to the pen. Travis Wood, former starter, now part of the Cubs bullpen. First and third, one out. Here in a one-run ball game.
First appearance of the second half for Travis Wood as well. Last pitched against the Cardinals back on July 8th. I'm not so sure the primary motivation for this pitching change wasn't to get Travis Wood on the mound because of his athleticism in a possible bunt situation here with Hamilton up and a man on third base. Hamilton's a switch hitter. He's not been particularly good from either side of the plate.
So here we go. Rolling away. Second rounder, the Reds, 2005, out of Bryant, Arkansas. Sent to the Cubs December 23rd, 2011, in the deal that shipped Sean Marshall to Cincinnati. 2-1. All-Star 2 years ago. Struggled last season in 31 starts. There's Sean on the DL. So all kinds of shoulder problems. Three and one. Seven starts for Wood, a 5.59 ERA. 17 relief appearances, a 2.59. Foul tip. 3-2 on Hamilton.
Everything away from Hamilton. Two strikes because he's been willing to expand his zone on the high one, and then that one off the plate.
Swing and a miss, strike three.
It's a bad at bat right there. Good execution by Travis Wood. They obviously had a game plan, and no adjustment made by Hamilton.
Phelps 1 for 3. And part of that great defensive play to end the top of this inning.
Hamilton offered at that pitch as if it were a hit and run. He was trying to protect a base runner.
Yeah. Suarez led off the inning with a triple. 2 outs now. He's still at third.
Couldn't come home on the infield hit by Barnhart, and then the rocket to second base before the strikeout of Hamilton. Phillips has seen a lot of Travis Wood over the years. He's 7 out of 30 against Travis. It's a .233 batting average, 1 double, 1 home run.
Schwarber will figure out what they want to throw here. On deck. Cubs trying to keep the Reds close.
Travis Wood, since the move to the bullpen, is becoming a fastball pitcher. You know, he used to be a lot of cutters. Now throwing more four-seamers. Just attacking with the heater. A little bit better giddy up on his fastball in this role.
In these 2 games on this trip, Kyle Schwarber now has caught 7 Cubs pitchers, so he's learning the ropes quickly.
Down there, somebody made a play. So it's been fastballs in. That time he went with the cutter down and in. Let's see if they feel like they've opened up the outside corner if they try to go away. It's a little backdoor cutter. Make him aware of both sides of the play, so he did a lot of good work in, tried to catch the corner with a backdoor cutter, didn't quite get it, but a good try.
Ball backhanded by Bryant. And the inning is over. 5-4 Cincinnati after 7.
One thing we can rely on in this house is UVerse high-speed internet.
I've been streaming movies all day without any problems.
UVerse high-speed internet has brought much-needed reliability to our lives.
It's got reliability you can rely on.
AT&T UVerse high-speed internet. With 99.9% reliability, it's one thing you can rely on.
It's a golden opportunity to discover the exhilaration of efficiency. With 6 models to choose from, there's a Lexus hybrid for every driver. Come into the Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event, where you'll find some of the best offers of the year on our entire hybrid lineup. Lease the 2015 CT 200H for $299 a month for 36 months, and we'll make your first month's payment. See your Lexus dealer.
Every pitcher has a different routine. Before I pitch, I hit Subway for my go-to. Have for years. Fresh made turkey and cheese on 9-grain wheat with jalapenos, mustard, and a little bit of vinegar. Followed by a steady diet of fastballs.
Tomorrow night, join us for Game 2 of the series from beautiful downtown Cincinnati. Cubs and Reds beginning at 6 on CSN Chicago. J.J. Hoover here in the 8th. His team leading by a run.
Hoover's having a very nice year. And the big right-hander has pitched to a 1.34 ERA in his 41 appearances. He's picked up 5 wins along the way. But he's been tough to hit, man. Just a 157 batting average against 21 hits, no home runs, and 40 in the 3rd innings of work. We predicted a couple of innings ago that 5 would not be enough. It continues to be enough. Cubs still have 6 outs.
Well, back in the 80s, 8 was enough. Here's Chris Coughlin.
There are those that think Chris Coughlin looks like the kid from that show.
Willie Ames.
Yeah.
I've heard that. Into the left field corner. That ball twisting, and it's fair as it one-hops the wall. Coughlin racing towards second. The throw will go to third. To lead off double.
There you go.
Tying run in scoring position.
Work out of that leadoff triple situation in the last inning without giving up a run. Now a golden opportunity to at least tie the ball game. And Coughlin doesn't just hit this ball the other way, he drives it the other way. Almost knocked it out of here.
Here's the chance the Cubs have been waiting for. Castro at the plate. It's Herrera on deck. Cornermen in. Over 40 innings of work. That's only the 22nd hit Hoover has allowed.
Big leg kick. He's just late getting started.
Fly ball to center. Hamilton. Way back. He's got it on the warning track. That will get Coughlin to third. A long fly out for Castro. Tying run now 90 feet away. That'll work.
Yeah, absolutely. Big swing of the bat there by Castro. Doesn't get credit for a sacrifice, but he gets the job done.
So now we'll see if the secret weapon Mr. Helmet can come through. Game-winning 2-run hit yesterday got the start at second.
The way he's been going, I wouldn't bet against him.
Infield in. Hamilton pretty shallow in center. Runner at third, one out. The pitch to Herrera's off the plate inside. Almost half his season RBI total coming here in the month of July.
It's interesting prior to the pitch. Todd Frazier holding Coughlin on a third base like a first baseman does.
And they changed the rule a couple of years ago. You cannot fake toward third anymore. Broken bat roller. Coughlin's got a hold. Votto to the bag. 2 outs. It'll be up to Russell. So one chance by the board, and it'll have to come with 2 outs. Got to get rid of the old Sutcliffe fake to third, fake to first, or throw to first move. The only base you can fake to from the rubber is second. And quite honestly, I'm not sure why they even allow that. Talk about deceiving a runner.
Right.
But it is interesting how many throws to first. And you never see it, just a pick toss to third. And if I'm a righty, I'd like to try it, you know.
Yeah, just the risk, the fact that you don't do it very often, all of a sudden you do it and throw it away, it costs you a run. The time to do it is, man on third, nobody out when it's a desperate situation.
Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised Coughlin wasn't going on contact there with 1 out. Addison Russell's had a very good night at the plate. 2 singles and a deep drive to left last time he was up there.
2-0. You missed it. 2-1. Hate to waste a leadoff double.
Throws hard, plus I think there's some deception in his delivery. Looks like he's got pretty short arm, quick stroke delivery.
Fowler on deck, 3-2 on Russell.
Have a night, Addy.
He held ball 4. It's Field and Colbreth down at first.
Let's take a look. It was close. I like it. I think you got it right.
First and third. Fowler has singled and scored, walked, singled, thrown out trying to stretch it into a double, walked again. So 4 times up, 4 times on. Helping that on base average. Curveball missing. Ball 1.
Attention getter.
to Phillips, inning over. Great chance. Cubs could not convert. Still 5-4 late.
Love music, celebrating with all my friends. Fam so proud, wish grandma could see this trend. If you feel it in your soul like the vibe should, grab somebody, enjoy life.
It can be hotter than Death Valley in your attic.
Take these boxes. They're not only perfect for storing old yearbooks and pictures, they're also a perfect food source and nesting material for roaches.
That's why I use the latest scientific methods. Orkin, pest control down to a science.
Gerald Hyundai moves you forward with a full line of the most fuel-efficient, affordable cars on the road. And we make it easy to save big on your favorite models. Get 0% financing for 60 months on all models to qualified buyers. Drive home today in a new Gerald Hyundai. All backed by the Gerald exclusive lifetime warranty. Unlimited time, unlimited miles. There's an exciting drive ahead only at Gerald Hyundai. Gerald Hyundai at I-88 and Orchard Road, or visit GeraldHyundai.com.
And here we go, folks.
It's your favorite hot dog bun, mustard, and overpriced watered-down beer.
Are you sure you want to eat all that? Because you already weigh more than your team's batting average.
Let's just toast to our anniversary. Oh no, it's corked.
Let's just watch the game. I tweeted all of your friends to come over, but I guess no one showed up, just like at Mobile Phone Park.
That's okay. I invited one of your friends too.
There's a long drive and it's out of here.
Give a real anniversary gift this year. Escape to the Champagne Lodge in Willowbrook, just 25 minutes southwest of Chicago.
Visit our Cubs page today at csnchicago.com.
Hi, I'm David Kaplan at our Comcast Sportsnet studios with a Sportsnet Central update. Joe Madden said before tonight's game that Kyle Hendricks will start Game 1 of the day-night double dip against the Reds Wednesday. As expected, Dallas Beeler will be called up from Iowa to pitch the nightcap. Coming up after the postgame, Pat and Mark will have a recap of all the day's news on Sportsnet Central. Now back to Len and Big Jim at Great American Ballpark.
Cap, thank you. We've got a Cub debut tonight. Rafael Soriano, 35 years old, 6'4", 230 pounds, chatting with 22-year-old Kyle Schwarber. You see his numbers last year with Washington in his 13-year career, 285 earned run average. He was an all-star in 2010 pitching for Joe Madden with the Tampa Bay Rays. That year he led the American League with 45 saves. So here he is as a Chicago Cub.
Yeah, really good in the first half of last year. Fell off significantly in the second half, and that may be why he had a hard time getting a job this offseason. But the body work over a long period of time indicates a guy who's, pretty good. If the stuff is good, you expect he'll be a very nice contributor to the Cubs here.
Yeah, he had an 0.97 in the first half last year, 6.48 after the break.
I was talking to Joe Madden about it before the game. He said, he knows how to pitch, moves the ball in and out, up and down.
So he faces Joey Votto to start the Reds' 8th. And ball 1. Aroldis Chapman, 44 pitch, 2-inning outing yesterday, and looks like Brian Price is going to use him again tonight.
Yeah, I thought when I was looking at their box score during our game yesterday, I thought, well, Chapman won't be available tomorrow night. And lo and behold, there he is.
Could be for some other teams going, see, you can throw 44 pitches one night and come right back the next. Wait, there's more. Wouldn't it be fun if a big league general manager did that? Hi, is this Theo Epstein? I'm calling from Cincinnati. I've got a bargain for you.
He throws 103 miles an hour and he can pitch every day.
And if you make this trade within the next 10 minutes, yeah, I'll throw in.
Throw in a double-A prospect, a bag of balls.
Ball 4.
season with MLB.com At Bat. At Bat is up to the moment at any moment with in-game highlights, live look-ins, replay reviews, radio broadcasts, statcast, and more. Get MLB.com At Bat for your smartphone or tablet.
Todd Frazier's had an all-star night tonight. A homer, a single, a walk, 2 runs.
Soriano debuted back in 2002 with the Mariners. Pitched with them through 2006, 3 years with the Braves, 1 with the Rays, couple with the Yankees, couple with the Nationals. Used to be a mid-90s guy in terms of velocity, now more like 91, 92. Throw a lot of cutters.
And that was the cut fastball right there. That's 2-0.
Cement mixer there, a bit of a hanging slider. Not exactly a soft landing with the new club. 1-run game. Votto, Frazier, Bruce due up. But he's not a kid, obviously. He's got a ton of experience.
He's a kid at heart. The 2-1. Pulled in the air. Conley went back, then had to come in. Bring up Bruce. Big 2-run homer in the 6th. And that gave the Reds the lead.
And that was off Justin Grimm. After a walk to Frazier. So Justin, the pitcher of record for the Cubs right now. Ryan Matthews for the Reds. Pretty good pitch. Kind of stabbed at this one, and that's where he needs to polish things up. Be a little firmer receiving that ball. Give the umpire a better look.
Deep to center. Fowler back on it, over his head, and bounces over the fence for a double. So Votto forced to stop at third.
Jay Bruce continues to punish the baseball here in the month of July. Low fastball this time. Lifts that one over the head of Fowler. He hit the towering home run last time to right. Has to settle for 2 bases this time.
And force the infield to move in.
Things not looking good for the road 9 right now with Chapman warming up. And the Reds threatening to add on.
Ball 1 to Marlon Byrd. He homered in the 4th. Fouled away, 1-1. Pirates 7, Royals 4. in Kansas City in the 6th. Detroit has beaten the Mariners 5-4 to final. Ian Kinsler with 2 home runs. 1-1 pitch. Now 1-2.
It's funny, it wasn't that long ago if you were to say the Royals and the Pirates, you know, there's a couple bottom of the league clubs.
Yeah, that would have been the interleague matchup. You'd go, who cares about that? But now,
2 of the best teams in baseball.
The Angels did beat the Red Sox in the first of 2 out in Anaheim, 11-1 earlier. Nationals beat the Mets 7-2, so they have a 3-game lead in the East. Phillies won again, 5-3 over Tampa Bay.
4 in a row for the Vikings.
Hudson and Kennedy tonight. Giants are in San Diego. Marlins Diamondbacks scoreless early in the 2nd, and the Rockies lead the Rangers 7-2 in the bottom of the 4th. Here it's 5-4 Reds in the 8th, trying to add on 2nd and 3rd, 1 out. And another 1-2 to Marlon Byrd, and a little off that pitch tracks zone.
Showing pretty good discipline laying off that one. At the end of the day, he's swinging. He hardly ever walks.
Suarez next.
Yeah, I would stay off the plate here. You got a base open. You set up a double play. If he does take the walk, either go with that slider off the outside corner or maybe try to jam him, come off the plate with something hard in. Peering into the Cubs dugout, probably getting some suggestions from Chris Bosio.
9th pitch of the sequence coming. Bounce back to the mound. They got Votto caught, and he'll just run him back to the bag. So probably should have just done it himself, but that'll go 1-5 for out number 2.
By Soriano, and yeah, once you cut the runner off and he starts heading back, you got a man already there. Just run him all the way back to the base and tag him.
So 1st and 3rd, 2 outs. Everybody back. Rizzo holding on Bird. Breaking ball, strike 1. the spot, so Soriano does escape with no damage done, and we will go to the ninth, 5-4.
Hey, Chicago, ever worry you're going to end up on one of those teeny tiny itty bitty regional jets? We don't. Southwest only flies 737s. You know, the big ones. We're the bags fly freeing, no change feeing, people loving, low fare leading airline. But that didn't fit on the side of our plane.
What up, peeps? It's Gabe.
And Babe.
And today we're talking about mobile plans the real way.
Why?
I'm at the coffee shop on my Walmart Family Mobile Unlimited.